everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today we're going to be here for 30 minutes and we're going to focus a little bit on finding stillness within the poses. So what I mean by that is really slowing down, focusing on the breath and really exploring that internal dialogue that comes up. So when we're holding poses for a little bit longer, we'll get the monkey mind coming in where we don't want to be in the pose, we're thinking about what we're having for dinner, anything that's not focusing on the present and focusing on the now. So we're also going to focus a little bit on releasing the back of the neck. So right now, especially if you're working from home, you might not have an ideal work set up, so we can carry a lot of tension in the back of the neck. So we're really going to focus on releasing that tension. So in all of the poses today, we're not going to be looking up towards the hands or down towards the feet. We're just going to be keeping the head and the neck nice and relaxed. So we're just going to get started. So we're going to come into Gomukhasana or cow face pose. So we're going to be here for a little while, so if you want you can get a block or a brick to pad underneath your sit bones. Otherwise, you're going to bring your left leg under towards the sit bone and then you're just going to cross the other leg, the right leg on top. So you're coming into this cow face pose, so the feet are pointing out towards the side. So taking a moment here to really make sure that you're nice and comfortable, because we're going to do a little bit of alternate nostril breathing here and then a little bit of stretching. So if you're in this pose already and you're like, this is, it's hurting my knees or my hips, especially if it's putting any tension on the knees, you can come up to an easy seated position or kneeling, but again, having a nice block or even a cushion from the sofa underneath the sit bone, just give yourself that little bit of padding, bring the floor to you, make the pose really comfortable. So from here, we're just going to take the right hand and you're going to take the first two fingers, placing them on the middle of the forehead, so just in between the eyebrow centre here. And we're going to inhale through both nostrils, exhaling through both nostrils, and then using the ring finger, we're going to close off the left nostril, and then on your next inhale, we're going to inhale through the right, closing the right nostril over with the thumb, holding for 5, and then releasing the ring finger, letting the breath out of the left nostril again for a count of 5. So we're going to do that a couple more times and you can increase or shorten the count if you like. So we're going to close off the left nostril again, we're going to inhale through the right, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to close off the right nostril, we're going to hold the breath for 2, 3, 4, 5. Releasing the ring finger, letting the breath out the left nostril for 2, 3, 4, 5. Closing off that left nostril, inhaling again through the right, so releasing that thumb there. Inhaling. Holding the breath in. And then releasing the breath out through that left nostril. Inhaling through the right. Closing off the right nostril, holding the breath in. Exhaling through the left. Last time, inhaling through the right. Closing off the right nostril, holding the breath in. And releasing it through the left. Taking the hands away, we're going to inhale through both nostrils. And sign it out to release. Inhaling again. And exhaling, letting the breath out. So opening the eyes. If they were closed, we're going to take the left hand, we're going to come into a nice side bend. So keeping the legs in Gomukhasana or coming to kneeling if you're feeling a little bit tense. Going to extend up with the right arm. So again, keeping the neck nice and relaxed, so really relaxing the neck down, the ear coming down towards that left shoulder there. extending all the way up. It's really lengthening out through this right body. Trying to keep the right sit bone where it is as well. We don't want that to be hooking up or lifting up there. Just releasing any tension in the jaw. It's another place that we hold a lot of tension, especially when we're doing yoga. We're often clenching our teeth together in concentration, so we want to let go of any of that. Taking the right arm, we're going to point it down diagonally towards the floor, just keeping the neck and the rest of the body where it is. Really stretching away with those right fingertips. Just feel a nice stretch in the side of that right neck here. Perfect. Taking the left hand, we're going to cradle it under the side of the head. We're going to lift the head all the way up, coming back to seated. Perfect. So we're not done here yet. We're going to take the arms all the way out, coming into eagle arms. Taking the right arm underneath the left, bringing the backs of the hands together, and if that feels easy, maybe bringing the palms together. So while we're here, we're going to dip the head down, really lengthening the elbows away from the torso, bringing the chin in towards the chest just a little bit to feel a release in the back of the neck there. Breathe in deeply. Your hips will really be working here. That's okay, just breathe in through it all. Releasing the arms, uncrossing the legs. We're going to do the exact same on the opposite side. So this time we're bringing the right leg in. So the right heel comes towards the sit bone, and then crossing the leg on top of it. Sometimes you need to kind of lift yourself up, give yourself a little shiggle to get the hip bones positioned where we want them to be. Perfect, so we're going to come into alternate nostril breathing on this side. So taking the left hand, and again we're going to rest those first two fingers just in the eyebrow centre here. We're going to take an inhale through both nostrils, exhaling through the mouth. Then closing off the right nostril with the left ring finger, inhaling through the left nostril for 2, 3, 4, 5. Closing off the left nostril with the left thumb, holding the breath in, 3, 4, 5, and then releasing the breath out through that right nostril for 2, 3, 4, 5. Closing off that right nostril, inhaling through the left, inhaling for 2, 3, 4, 5. Closing off the left nostril, holding the breath in. Remembering that you can lengthen or shorten the count, or you can just go at your own pace. You don't necessarily need to follow along with me, especially when it comes to the breath. Releasing it out through that right nostril. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhaling through the left. Really feeling the body expand on the inhale. Closing off that nostril, holding the breath in. And releasing it out through the right nostril. Last time, inhaling through that left nostril. Closing off the left nostril, holding the breath in. And exhaling through the right nostril. Releasing the hands, just taking an inhale through both nostrils. And sighing out. Inhaling through both nostrils. And exhaling to release. So opening the eyes again if they were shut. So we're going to take the right hand down this time. We're going to extend up through the left. So again, keeping this neck nice and relaxed. This is what we're focusing on today. Releasing any of the neck tension. Trying to root down through that left sit bone. If you need to wiggle your legs a little bit, or if you need to come up to a cross-legged position, that's totally fine. Extending that left arm away, coming into neck release. Just keeping the neck where it is, lengthening through those left fingertips. Feel really nice. And dropping the left hand down, bringing the right hand underneath the right side of the face, lifting the head all the way up, giving a little bit of support there. And then we're just going to come into eagle arms again. Just taking the hands out shoulder width this time. We're going to take the left arm underneath the right. Bringing the backs of the hands together. This might be enough for you. If you can, if you've got the reach, we're going to go palm to palm. So breathing deeply here. Feeling the back of the body open up, so really the backs of those shoulder blades. And then dipping the head down ever so slightly, and you'll feel a little bit of a neck release here. So making sure the arms aren't collapsing in onto the body. We want to kind of be pushing the arms away to really activate the shoulders. Letting them release, giving them space. And then releasing the arms, uncrossing the legs, coming into an easy seat. We're just going to take the left hand on the outside of the right thigh, sitting up nice and tall, and then we're going to turn to face the back of the room, so looking over that right shoulder. Trying to make sure that it's the torso that's doing all of the twisting here, so that it's coming from the torso and not the neck. And breathing deeply, even when you're in a twist. Usually when we're twisting, the breath can feel a little bit more constricted, so we need to bring a little bit more focus in. Coming back to centre, switching sides, taking the right hand on the outside of the left thigh, sitting up nice and tall, pushing into the fingertips or the palm of the hand behind you, really straightening up that spine and then turning. So this straightening and lifting will help to give you more twist, more space in the torso to twist round. And again, really engaging with the breath, coming into that stillness, seeing what your internal dialogue is saying. And releasing back to centre. Coming onto all fours. So bringing the wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're going to lift into downward facing dog. So before we do that, we're just going to tuck the toes under, pushing into the back of the heels there. You get a nice plantar stretch. Really keeping the palms of the hands spread nice and wide, nice and active. Pushing in, and then we're going to lift the knees up just a little bit, pausing here, then sending the hips all the way up towards the sky. So again, keeping the head down nice and relaxed, pedaling through the feet, bringing a little bit of movement to your downward dog. Especially if your hamstrings are feeling particularly tight, this is a great move just to help warm them up, working into one leg and then the other. Coming up onto both toes, then we're going to send the heels down, both heels together down towards the ground, coming into stillness. Breathing deeply. And while we're encouraging the heels to go down towards in the direction of the ground, you don't want to be forcing it, you want to keep it nice and soft. So soft in the knees, soft in the elbows, soft in the back of the neck. Taking the gaze towards the hands, we're just going to walk the feet in to meet the hands, taking as many steps as you like, bending the knees as much as you need to. Grabbing the crooks of the elbows, we're just going to hang here. We're going to sway side to side. Gently, you can bend into one knee and the other, if that feels nice. And then I encourage you just to hang and just feel the weight of your torso, the weight of your neck. This is a really good one to do in the morning, just to help decompress the spine. Dropping the arms, bend, and these are going to roll all the way up to standing. So we're going to bring the shoulder heads up towards the ears and rolling them back. And again, up towards the ears, rolling them back. Last time, up towards the ears and rolling them back. Bringing the feet together at the top of your mat. Going to go into warrior two, so stepping back really wide with that left leg here. And then we're going to sink into the front knee. So making sure that your torso and the side of your body is facing open towards the long edge of your mat. You're not overshooting this knee here, you know, you're kind of in a 90-degree angle with the floor, actively pushing into the floor with the feet. Extending the arms nice and wide. So we're just going to keep the gaze facing forward, so in the direction that the body's facing towards the long edge of the mat. Traditionally, we're facing towards the front of the mat, the gaze is over that middle finger of the right hand. But today, because we're focusing on releasing the neck, we're just going to keep it nice and relaxed. Just going to drop that back hand down, coming into reverse warrior, tapping the right arm all the way up. So rather than looking up towards the ground, towards the hand, we're going to look down towards the ground, just away out in front of you. Just keeping the neck nice and released. Breathing deeply here. Inhaling, coming all the way up to centre. Exhaling, bringing that forearm onto the thigh of the right foot there. And we're just going to come into a little mini bind here. So what you're doing is you're reaching out with the left hand, turning the thumb to face the ground, bringing the hand behind you and resting it on that thigh. So if you can't reach the thigh easily, grabbing onto the back of your clothing or your yoga mat, so you're kind of looking like this position, so really opening up through the shoulder here. Making sure that your legs are still in the same position that they were and just releasing the neck down. Releasing that left arm, coming all the way up onto the toes of the back foot. We're just going to step the feet together and we're just going to switch and do the opposite side. So stepping way back with the right foot this time. So giving yourself a little moment to get yourself settled here. So again, sinking deeply into that front leg, extending the arms out nice and long towards the long edge of your mat. Taking the gaze over that long edge of your mat there. Breathing deeply. Relaxing the neck, releasing the jaw. Dropping that right arm down onto the left leg there, onto the right leg, extending up with the left arm. And again, keeping your neck nice and soft, so we're not looking up towards the hand. We're looking either straight ahead or taking the gaze a little bit down towards the ground in front of you. Coming back through that warrior two. I'm going to take the left forearm onto that left thigh. Extending away with those right fingertips. And again, you're going to turn the thumb down towards the ground. Taking that arm behind you. So you might hook your hand onto your shirt or your yoga leggings or whatever you've got on. You might, if you're feeling a little bit like today's a more flexible day, you might even take that hand and rest it onto the thigh. So really opening up through the right shoulder head here. And again, keeping the neck nice and relaxed, taking the left ear down towards the left shoulder. Pushing actively into that forearm as well, making sure you're not collapsing into that left side of the body. And releasing the arm, coming up onto the toes of that back foot. And then we're just going to step in to meet the other side. Giving the hips a little bit of a wiggle out here. We're going to come back into downward facing dog, so taking the arms nice and high all the way up towards the ceiling. Exhaling, sucking in the lower tummy, folding forward, softening the knees. Inhaling, taking the hands to shin, spine nice and long. Planting the hands, stepping all the way back into downward facing dog. So again, softening the shoulders, softening the arms, the elbows and the knees. And everything nice and relaxed. From here, we're going to roll forward into a high plank. So coming up onto the tippy toes. And then we're going to lower down with control all the way down onto our belly. So bringing the elbows nice and tight and close towards the body. lowering all the way down. From here, we're going to bring the palms of the hands a little bit in front of you, pushing into the palms of the hands. We're going to lift the head, lift the shoulders, maybe we'll even lift the arms a little bit. Coming into this cobra. So staying here for a few breaths, so we're not taking the head back, because again we're focusing on releasing that neck, so just letting it relax. If you feel any pinching, it's a sign that you're a little bit too high up, so you need to lower down a little bit. You shouldn't feel any pinching here. Pushing actively into these feet, so really actively pushing into the shins and the tops of the feet. Rolling the shoulder heads back. Stay in here for a few more breaths. Lowering down, releasing. Taking the hands underneath the shoulders, tucking under the toes. Coming back to that downward facing dog, sending the hips all the way up towards the sky. So from here, we're going to take the right leg, pointing it all the way up towards the sky, coming into this three-legged dog. And then we're going to bring the right knee in towards the right elbow, coming into a nice pigeon posture. So taking the right foot towards the left wrist, lowering down with control. And taking a few moments here. Seeing what's going on in the hips. Seeing if it's comfortable. If you're pointing over towards the side, you're a little bit off balance, feel free to pad up again, bring the floor to you, make it really comfortable. This is a really nice posture, especially to hold for a little while, so you want to make sure that you're giving your body the support that it needs and it's asking for. Breathing deeply. Walking the hands forward, we're going to come into a nice pigeon fold here. Releasing all the way down. Stretching the fingertips away. And again, tuning into that internal dialogue, what's going on inside. What's going on with your breathing? If it's a little bit fast, maybe try and deepen the breath to help slow it back down. Lifting the gaze up, lifting the forehead if it was down on the floor, walking the hands all the way back. So we're going to do the same on the other side. So coming up onto the toes of the left foot, sending the right leg all the way back, all the way up towards the sky, and send the foot down to meet the left. Settling in for a breath here. Taking the left leg up to sky. Doing the same thing, bringing the left knee to the left elbow, and then resting the foot of the left, resting the left foot next to the right wrist there. Settling in. So if it's feeling a little bit intense, you can pad up underneath that sit bone. You can also bring the left foot closer to you. So the closer the left foot is to you, the less intense the stretch, the more parallel your shin is to the straight edge of your mat, the more intense. So if you're wanting to make it a little bit intense, you can encourage that foot to come forward a little bit. Wherever you are, just breathing deeply. Keeping that back leg nice and strong, pressing down with the top of the foot. Pushing in with the fingertips. If you've got longer arms than I have, you might be full palm flat on the floor. Personally, I like a little bit of lift with the fingertips. Keeping the fingers active wherever your hands are at. And then we're going to walk the hands forward. So you might come down onto your forearms, which is totally fine. You might want to stay upright, which again is totally fine. You might want to rest your forehead underneath a brick or a cushion or whatever you have handy, blankets, keeping it nice and easy. If you've got the reach, we're taking the forehead down and extending the arms all the way out in front of us. Trying to keep the hips level though as well, so you might find that when you come forward, your hips are starting to tilt you off balance a little bit. And then I'd invite you to walk the hands back a little bit, coming back up just a little bit so that you can even out those hips. Maybe pad up with a little bit of support if needed. From here, we're going to walk the hands all the way back in towards the body. Tucking under the back toes, keeping the leg nice and active. We're going to send the left leg all the way up, coming into that downward dog split here. And then send the left foot down to meet the right. Settling in for breath. Taking the gaze towards the hand, we're going to step in with one foot, followed by the second foot. Coming into a nice, easy, cross-legged position. From here, we're going to lie down on our back, so taking the time, coming down with control. Don't just throw yourself down on the mat because you think we're close to finishing. Taking it nice and easy on your body. So we're going to come into happy baby. So bringing the knees up, we're going to take the hands, we're going to go on the inside of the thighs and then grab the outsides of both feet. So keeping the toes nice and active, so the toes are like almost pointing back towards the shins. Pulling down with the shoulders and the arms. You want to kind of relax the shoulders down in the direction of the mat and the floor. Feel really nice. You can rock side to side. If you're on a hard floor, that might not feel good, so you might want to blanket up or, cushions, or you can just keep it nice and still, but it is nice to give your back a little bit of a massage. Ensure to do it with control though, you don't want to go too far in one direction and then you can't bring it back. And bringing a little smile to your lips. This is a really nice, easy pose. You see babies doing it all the time and they're always happy doing it. Bringing the chin in towards the chest just a little bit. Again, feeling a release in the back of that neck. Releasing the hands, releasing the feet, hugging everything all the way in towards the chest. Taking a big breath in and exhaling, sighing it out. From here, we're just going to release both feet down, coming into Shavasana. Extending the feet as wide as your mat. Turning the palms of the hands so that they're facing up towards the ceiling. Releasing and relaxing down. So if you're feeling any tension in the body, just breathe into that area. Just coming into stillness and feeling the contact of your body and the floor. So the backs of the legs, the heels, the sit bones, the upper back, the back of the head. So if your chin is tucked in just a little bit, ever so slightly in Shavasana, again you'll feel that lengthening through the back of the neck. Feeling the shoulder heads on the floor, the backs of the arms, the backs of the hands, the fingertips, the backs of the fingers, everything nice and relaxed. The fingertips can be curled in ever so slightly. Coming back to normal breath. So when you're ready, we're going to start to bring a little bit of life back into the body. So wriggling the fingers and the toes. Taking a big stretch out, so really lengthening your body, seeing how long you can make it, if you can reach the opposite ends of your room. And then hugging everything in, so hugging the knees in towards the chest again. And seeing how small your body can be. Body can do amazing things. It can contract and make itself small, and it can really expand and lengthen out. And from here, if you haven't already, we're going to gently roll onto the left side, or whichever side is most accessible to you. And then while you're there, taking a breath and then using the arms to bring yourself up. And then cradling the head with the hand and bringing the head up last, so just giving your head that little bit of support. And then coming back to an easy seated position. From here we're going to extend the arms all the way up. Extending them up towards the ceiling, looking up towards the thumbs. Bringing the thumbs down, between the eyebrow centre, the seat of wisdom, and the heart, the seat of love. And towards the earth that gives us life and beauty. And then coming all the way back up to seated position. So thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you really enjoyed practice today. If you've got any questions, just let me know. I'm always here for chat. I hope that wherever you are, whatever you've got going on for the rest of the day and the rest of your week, I hope you have a great day, great time, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.